All right. So previously, you guys had made your way to the ruins of Eladris looking for Scarlet. Uh, Getting further into the forest, you came upon a burning pyre of bodies, uh, which, as you guys kind of came into the clearing, a man stood up, kind of in his early 20s, and as you guys realized you both were there, a pack of shadow lycoi attacked the group, coming out of the forest and ambushing you. Uh, the man tried to run away, but Jack kneecapped him, um, and
As per the usual.
and then the
The Jack special.
the Jack special, the Shadow Lycoi began to try and eviscerate the poor uh, the man that was trying to run away. You guys did take care of all of the Shadow Lycoi and were able to keep the the man alive without being. I mean, I think he only had 3 hit points left at the end. Um, you then
He owes us.
uh, prodded him for information by, like Michael had said, uh, telling him that you were a band of mercenaries looking for these two, and upon showing him the wanted posters, he pointed out that the symbol in the lower right was the Illuminous symbol, and that's pretty much where we'd left off. Tyrael had given some first aid, and you guys were trying to decide what to do with him and how to proceed.
And our two options, if I remember correctly, were to try to go toward the Acolyte tour, or to try to find the wall that was mentioned in the journal that was where there were sounds coming out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Do we have that journal?
I think
You do.
So.
The journal that you found in the little item cache that he'd buried.
Yeah, wasn't it saying like the bathroom?
Yeah.
Like somebody was trying to convince the Tenderfoots that the bathroom was haunted.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, right. It just sounded like there were screams from some underground chamber.
Yeah, echoing up between coming out of the bathroom stalls.
Is it Moaning Myrtle?
Creepy shit. Yeah, exactly.
So you guys find yourself in the ruins, highly overgrown by the vegetation, and the man Aranon that he had introduced himself as. He asks what your guys' intention of with him is, and he seems a little nervous, not sure if you're gonna keep him alive or not.
Well, that is fair. We can mutter something about shadow lycoi bait. Scraps. Well, we need some meat.
Ashinda's just gonna play the silent mercenary, but pop his hilt kind of out of his scabbard and just grab the hilt of his sword and just stare at the guy.
Well, Shinda, you should put your arm around him.
Oh.
Our big foreign warrior gets lonely at night. One might do it.
Yikes.
I think we can tell him that, given that our enemy now appears to be the Luminous, what we can do is escort him to the extent that we intersect with his path, potentially back to his camp, and if not, at least in the direction as we continue pursuing our quarry.
Okay. He's a little apprehensive bringing you anywhere, but seeing little other choice, alone out in the woods, followed by a half dozen highly armored and weaponed mercenaries, he kind of acquiesced to the request, and he starts trying to limp through the forest, and he's moving at a very slow pace.
Well, that is fair. Do we have a whip?
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
No, you don't. Okay.
No, there's no need to torture this poor kid. do we have some kind of a mule or something?
We have Uther. Uther has a saddle.
We had a pack horse at one point.
You guys have all the pack horse. The pack horse. Benefisto has a horse, and Ashinda has yours. So.
We'll make sure that he's not armed and put him up on a pack horse and just that doesn't have any weapons near it, and just keep an eye on him.
Okay.
Should we tie him up? Should we tie his hands?
I think for being friend, it'll look better if we walk into the camp when he's not tied up.
Yeah. Yeah, my sense is to pretend that he's an ally for now more than a prisoner.
Okay.
Okay.
Even if he...
Jack, make a diplomacy check.
For me, we might want to insinuate to him that if he were to give us up, it would go badly for him.
Oh yeah, why didn't you mention that? That's good. You were making a good bad cop, if I remember correctly. You threw him against it. I guess we were all being bad cops. Think about it.
If my memory serves, nobody was really being the diplomat.
Crazy cop. This dick cop. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
I guess Michael was the good cop.
That question of what we plan to do with them.
I think we built some pretty decent rapport last time. I think what we can just say, straight up that we don't think of him as a prisoner, but if he were to announce himself as a prisoner, it's probable that we would that he would not survive. We have no intention of we can do is tell him we have no intention of killing him or ransoming him. It doesn't really appear that he's central to what we're doing.
Okay,
Which
go
is
ahead.
a lot, but that's okay.
So go ahead and. That's a lie? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know if we really trust this guy or trust any of them, but at this point we can kill him out here in the woods. That would be, it's like that, or pretend that pretend that we're returning him and try to make friends. But if he's just some low-level minion that was left behind to deal with this, I can't imagine he's valuable in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a diplomacy check. And James, are you insinuating anything?
I'll glare at him.
Okay.
And intimidate him.
Well, if you're just gonna stare at him, you don't need to intimidate. But if you're gonna say something or wave your sword or a club in his face with entrails dripping off of it, yeah, we'll go a little.
Something like that. I think we'll go advanced diplomacy check.
Okay.
I'm curious, what is the difference between bluff and diplomacy?
Bluff is if you're lying and trying to convince somebody that it's true. Well, I think all those, killing him out in the forest are on the table for you guys. You're more interested in the actual diplomacy of just, letting him lead you as opposed to deceiving him. So I definitely think the diplomacy is more appropriate. And once he gets back.
Yeah. That makes sense. Okay, so let me get straight on our plan here. We're going to put him on a pack horse with no weapons or anything and have him kind of lead us lead us back into their encampment with him,
Yeah.
so we can try and find somebody in charge and chat with them about. Oh yeah, that's right. Because Jack is disguised right now, huh?
Yeah. Oh, I think ultimately we're trying to find Scarlet, sort of thing like that. Or so maybe what we could do is if we need to find Scarlet, and we actually don't know much about the true goals of this organization. So if we could find out, like, hey, look, there are some. They wipe these guys out, but there are some people holed up in this place. Maybe we could sell our services as mercenaries in clearing them out or something, and along the way, capture/rescue Scarlet. Or we could also kind of, if their intentions are good or noble, guys with guns would be very useful to take out that fleet who went into Cassigan. We don't know where they stand in the political matters, so that could be useful to find out if we want to try to build alliances between Cassigan, who could really use some help right now.
Right.
The Orc tribe thing didn't work out as well as I thought it might.
Yeah.
There still are options that you guys have available to you for the Orc tribe stuff. So, I mean,
Right.
you have both paths, whether it's sacking the town or looking for mates from those other two tribes. So.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely. But I think the other two tribes were north towards Cassigan again, and we've got a whole fleet in our way, so it could be useful. Oh. Matt's having some problems, it sounds like.
Is anybody else receiving Michael like super scratchy in his audio?
Yep.
Oh.
Maybe just try unplug the headphone set and plug it back in.
That seems to be Dan's
Testing?
like
Yep.
solution to everything. Like just turn it off, turn it back on.
Testing.
And
Hey.
so far it's worked out really well. So I think I'm gonna
We can hear you.
throw that into my repertoire of technical things. Yeah, just unplug it, put it back in, see what happens. Oh, it worked?
That's
Yeah,
the
you're
num-
welcome.
That's right before hitting it. Which is also
Yeah.
So,
technically-
go ahead and give me a diplomacy check, Matt, when you get the chance. Or here, let
Oh.
me. I can toss down the.
I was more just kind of wondering with the gameplay in general that I don't like really get that bluff. Like diplomacy is not a class skill for the gunslinger, and there seems to be no.
I thought that was weird too, that bluff was, but not diplomacy, which I don't know what cowboys lie all the time.
Yeah, I guess
Yes,
fuck
so.
fucking
I mean-
cowboys.
I mean, Jack does, so it seems to have worked out that way.
Oh, that's okay. I'm wondering if, I guess when I had allocated points, I had assumed that a lot of these checks would be bluff checks. Would you be comfortable with me reallocating a couple?
We're going to be leveling here pretty soon.
Okay. I'll
I-
wait then.
One of the things that might be because the gunslinger has it, there are some actual combat-related things associated with bluff, feinting, and I guess it's just feint, and which causes your enemy to be flat-footed. So since you can fire past people's armor, catching somebody flat-footed, you basically have to beat a 10, and that's it.
That's cool.
So you tell them, hey, we just want to talk to whoever's in charge, and we're just trying to find these people. He thinks about it for a second, and fine, I'll bring you to Vatic. He'll know what to at least do with you